Hello, and welcome to the very first episode of The Paradigm Shift. With me here, I have my gorgeous dark queen. Hi, girl. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm fine, thank you. My name is Charcole, and we're super excited to have you join us today. Each episode promises to be educative, insightful, and informative, so stick around.
Yes, you heard that right. And I am your host, Natha. Now, before we jump into today's episode, I want to invite you to join this community to hear transformative interviews. Now, all I want you to do is subscribe to our YouTube channel and do well to follow and like all our social media platforms to be updated on all our episodes every week. I am so excited to go on this journey with you, and I do really, really do appreciate your support. Again, here we have an amazing guest by the name Barrister. Barrister, please, I don't want to blow your horns, please. You're going to have to tell us who you are.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Barrister Yiga. Well, I'm here to also be part of this great journey, and it promises to be a very good one. Just sit back and relax.
Indeed, you are very welcome on the show,
Thank you,
Barrister.
Natha. Thank you, Natha.
So today, the topic we'll be discussing is the paradigm shift, how it affects our world, and why it is crucial for innovation and progress. Now, we do know that a paradigm shift is a change from the norm, right? It's a change from what we have always known, what we believe. So I would like to ask you, Barrister, what are the transformative changes that affect our nation today, our country?
Okay. Once again, viewers, it's a pleasure being here. Paradigm shift, as we all know, is a change, which is a philosophy of science, which affects the everyday life. It affects all walks of life and everything we do. Now, you see, the concept before was working hard, but now it has changed to working smart. This working smart now has affected everything in life. I've been part of some talk shows and workshops. Now, the concept that is happening is the artificial intelligence, which is a part of the paradigm shift. Because let me just use the example of information dissemination. You know, way back, it was about the town crier having to pass information to communities. But now you see, it changed till we had the post office write a letter and post it. But before you knew it, the email came in. And now we have the phones that you just sit at the comfort of your room and you send messages to millions of people within a minute. So you see, the world has changed, and it's something that affects everything. And I'll just tell all of us to do well, to now go with this change. So it affects everything in this life.
Okay, so would you say that there has been more positive change than negative, or would you say that the negative change we have right now in our world is higher than the positive?
Yeah. However, thought everything has advantage and disadvantage. But the main thing is to weigh which is more affecting positively. Now, the change now that's happened, yes, the positive side has weighed more on the scale than the negative side, because we cannot shy away from the fact that yes, the social media, the phones are there, they help us in our everyday lives, but at the same time, it has contributed in crimes.
Good.
But that cannot be taken away that it has affected our lives more positive than negative.
You really think so?
Yes, I do.
So, in my opinion, I think these innovations, specifically social media, has brought about more harm, especially to our children. I really don't think if social media was taken out of the picture, would have a lot of this crime rates increased, peer pressure and all that. I really feel it was way easier in the olden days, right?
Notwithstanding, but the world has changed, as I said.
Indeed.
As I said from my opening statement, I said it was about working hard, but it's not about working smart. So okay, let's now take social media out of it. You want to advertise your goods. How do you do it? Will you just go to the market and place them? But no, you just put them on Facebook, X, Twitter, whatever you can call it, just all the social medias. And then you just get your buyer very fast from the comfort of your home instead of putting it to market or elsewhere. Now, I believe, yeah, and yes, I agree with you. It has done harm to the kids, but that is where the parents, prospective parents, guardians, anybody that is just has somebody that is looking up to him. I just see that person as a parent to guide them. So that is where we come in. You know, just we have a big role to play in shaping the society because yes, the social media is here to stay. So what do? We just have to curb the menace that it's doing to our kids by actually having them do what they need to do, supervising the search tool they use, and all that. That's the way we do it. Social media. I think parents have a role to play.
I'm glad that you spoke about, parents and all of that. As we know, there was a time that Twitter was banned in Nigeria, right? And there've been a lot of conversations about regulating social media and all of that. What are the ways you feel like the government can, better regulate social media without causing any, yeah, on the people, the users that, use this platform for business purposes?
Yes. Well, it has. If I would say my own opinion, I feel the regulatory bodies they have a great role to play too in regulating the social media because a lawless society actually leaves us with a state of nature where the strongest has it all. Now you see, the law came in to help us have a very sane society. So the regulatory bodies working together in line with the Freedom of Information Act, yes, it's gonna have to do to regulate stuff.
So I know a lot of people that are scared of change. A lot of companies want transformation, but the willpower to move, you know, it's a problem. So like how do you think these companies or individuals should better prepare themselves to embrace change?
Um, Now you see, paradigm shift as a concept is not something you see or feel. It's just a concept that happens, which you are left with little or no choice than to key in and join the bandwagon. Now, these companies that want to be old school, I will just term them as old school, sooner or later, they will go bankrupt. They will fold up. Yes, yes.
Indeed, because I mean, if you are not following, keeping up with new inventions, how do you sustain this fast-growing, individuals, right? This fast-changing world, right?
All right, so we're still here on Paradigm Shift with our amazing guest, Barrister Yiga. So I have more questions for you. How do social, cultural, and environmental factors contribute to the pace and nature of these shifts?
Yeah. This question is so insightful. You see, this change, as you said, the social and cultural beliefs, yeah, of one affects the change. Let me use Nigeria as
I was waiting for that.
an example.
I was waiting for that. Yes.
All right, so it's a telepathy kind of.
Right.
Yeah. So Nigeria as an example, you see, the southern person and the person from the north, they have different cultural and religious beliefs, especially when it comes to religion.
Religion, yeah.
Yes. the majority of the people in the north are Muslims, while the majority of the southern is a Christian.
Christians.
So you see, in Islam now, I can say some things about Islam and how it affects an individual. For example, when it comes to the girl child, I'm a big fan of a girl child. I like yeah. My daughter is so amazing. So yeah, I'm a father
That's
too.
great.
Yeah, you know. So my daughter Amanda, I give her the best I can give her. Now you see, for a girl in the south, she's not used to covering her hair if she wants to step out. Now, this has been from when she was giving birth to. Now, in the north, a girl from Muslim family, she dares not step out without covering. Now, it comes in naturally in her
Yeah.
because from birth, her hair had been covered. So going out without this hijab, she feels naked. So you see, this is how it affects one. If it affects us in the society. Now you see, the girl child and belief differently put together. The religious aspect now, you see, a Muslim, he believes that marrying four wives is part of Islam. So, but when you come to the south, it's a kind of they'll be looking at you as if you're an alien, if you're a polygamous person. Yes. Then when the world didn't change to how it was, you could count the polygamous men in the south, like cherry, they were just there. But in the north, it's a norm. So you see, that is how it affects. Now, coming back to this change, our beliefs and our culture moldings how we think, how we perceive stuff, and how we receive them. So while maybe in the south some changes could be rapid, it could be slower in some parts of the north because they don't want to embrace that kind of change. Yes, and before the core northerners started accepting some stuff, I remember the spate of leprosy. It was so rampant in the north. Why was it so? They refused to embrace the what you call them, the vaccine. Thank you, the vaccines. Yes, but in the south, you could just use door to door. The Ministry of Health, the health workers, they go door to door, and the vaccines were accepted. That is why the leprosy didn't hit up in the south, how it hit the north. So that is an example of how the change affects society.
Oh wow, that's really insightful. So before we take our last question, a question just popped up in my head: is change always necessary? I mean, if I have my life figured out right now, do I really have to change? Do I really have to look for something else? Is it necessary? Is it always necessary? I get that in some cases it is necessary, but my question now is change always necessary for growth?
Change is part of life. Change is a constant. Only a dead person that doesn't change. That is what I think.
Word.
Hey, that was deep. That was deep. Only a dead person doesn't change because change is constant. So to round up, I would like you to tell us, we're in a country where we see change every day. I mean, the fuel price changes like every 24 hours. So how do you think that we should better prepare ourselves for change, for this change that is constant?
Okay. What I feel, these hard times that is rocking the nation, I feel we should be more inward looking. Now, as I said earlier, there is an advantage and disadvantage to everything. Now, this change now that is happening to us economically is affecting us psychologically. Now it is bringing out the best in each of us. So that when during General Buhari's regime, the president just dropped, I remember I some of my friends, they have these big houses, they have green areas that they were not using, they're just leaving them lying fallow. But when this change started hitting them, well, enter their houses, I've seen them making ridges and planting some stuff. So you see how the change affected them. So that's my candid advice to each and every one of us. We should be inward looking, and we shouldn't allow this change to bring us down. They say when life throws you lemon, just
Yeah, make lemonades.
Wow, 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 wow.
Thank you so much, Barrister, for coming today.
Pleasure.
I've learned a lot. And the word I'm going with is only the dead does not change. So I'm just going to write that somewhere on my notes because
My
it's a very
pleasure.
important
Pleasure.
thing.
Amazing
Thank
to
you
talk.
so much. Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
I personally, I have been. I mean, I've. There was a word you said that made so much sense to me. You say when change happens, you should prepare yourself to adapt. You should change your ways. The word you used is change your ways to adapt. So, guys, you heard that right. When change happens, change your ways to adapt to the change that has come to you. With this, we round off this episode, and we are so, so honored to have you here, Barrister. Thank you so much for the insightful messages. Look forward to every episode because each time we bring you something hot, something juicy, and something very, very transforming. Don't forget to subscribe and like to our YouTube channel. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Have a pleasant day.